Councillors, distinguished guests, officers, ladies and gentlemen, please stand to receive the Worshipful Mayor of Rossendale, Councillor Michelle Smith.
Thank you and welcome to the annual council meeting. There are no plans for fire alarm tests this evening, so if the alarm does sound, please use the exits at the side of the chamber. Could I also ask that all mobile phones are either switched off or placed on silent for the duration of the meeting? We'll first deal with the civic matters for the evening, and the first item of business is the election of the Mayor for the municipal year 2026 to 2027. Could I invite Councillor Alison Barnes to propose the nomination of Councillor Liz McInnes as Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Members, officers and honoured guests, it gives me great pleasure to nominate Councillor Liz McInnes as the next Mayor of Rossendale. Now, Liz first became a Rossendale councillor back in 2010 and clearly enjoyed it so much she came back for a second helping in 2022. In between, she just casually popped down to Westminster as the Member of Parliament for Haywood and Middleton, as you do. Liz entered Parliament in 2014 following a by-election, which, as we all know, are not for the faint-hearted, high pressure and high profile. But I think it's fair to say that Liz took to it like a duck to water. Although, given the number of general elections she fought, that duck must have been absolutely exhausted. In the space of just 5 years, Liz fought 4 parliamentary elections. 4. I think most of us would have needed a very, very long lie down after that, but not Liz. Instead, she thought, what next? And decided to come back to local government. Truly admirable, if slightly concerning. During her time at Westminster, Liz was recognised as Parliamentarian of the Year for her campaigning to improve road safety, proving that she doesn't just show up, she gets things done. She also served in not 1, but 2 shadow minister roles, which means she's probably the only person in this room that knows how to answer a question before the questioner's finished asking it. Back in Rossendale, Liz has thrown herself into council life once again, taking on key cabinet roles, firstly as lead member for planning and licensing, and most recently, portfolio holder for communities, health and well-being. Outside the town hall, Liz is an active member of the Harriers and heavily involved with the Civic Pride activity in Whitaker Park. So if you ever need someone that can both run and organise a community project, Liz is probably a person. But beyond the impressive CV, and it is very impressive, what really stands out about Liz is her commitment to residents. She cares deeply, works tirelessly, and she also wants to get things right. She brings experience, fairness, and a genuine sense of public service to everything she does. And let's be honest, that's exactly what we want in a mayor. So, Madam Mayor, it gives me great pleasure to nominate Councillor Liz McInnes as Mayor of Rossendale. I have every confidence she will do an excellent job, and I very much look forward to seeing how she copes with the change of office, both figuratively and literally. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Barnes. Could I invite Councillor Alan Neil to second the nomination?
Madam Mayor, Mayor and Consort of Rossendale, distinguished guests, honorary aldermen, ladies and gentlemen. I've been asked to second the proposal for Liz McInnes. We've known each other and we don't always agree on things. The one thing that we do agree on is that it's vitally important to serve and represent our whole community across the whole of Rossendale. As you'll be aware, Madam Mayor, and all your predecessors will be aware, it's a great honour and a privilege to represent the people of Whitworth, whether they be 6 months old or 103. And that honour and privilege stretch all the way to Rising Bridge, down to Healy Corner, up to Shiny Ford, across to Weir, and down to our very good friends in Edenfield. There are many changes about to come our way, and I'm sure that Liz McInnes will meet them with the same gusto as she has done in all her fights in local government, because there's one or two of us know about fights and elections in local government. As I say, it's an honour and a privilege, and I do wish Liz and whoever her consort or mayoress is every success for the next 12 months, because it's certainly going to be challenging. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Neil. So could I now ask all members to vote on Councillor Liz McInnes's appointment? Those in favour? Thank you. Any against? Any abstentions? I think that's very clearly carried. So Councillor McInnes is duly elected mayor.
Please stand while the Mayor and Civic Party retire.
Thank you, everyone.
Councillors, officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please stand to receive the newly elected Mayor of Rosendale, Councillor Liz McInnes, and the retiring Mayor, Councillor Michelle Smith.
Please be seated. I, Liz McInnes, having been elected Mayor of Rosendale Borough Council, hereby declare that I take the said office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties thereof according to the best of my judgment and ability. Thank you, everybody. Right, ladies and gentlemen, fellow councillors, officers, honoured guests, thank you so much for attending this evening. It's an honour and my pleasure to accept the role of Mayor of Rosendale for the forthcoming municipal year. And the first thing I would like to do is pay tribute to the outgoing Mayor, Michelle Smith. Michelle has been a fantastic mayor and a brilliant ambassador for Rosendale. She has approached the role with positivity and enthusiasm. And if I manage to do even half of what Michelle's done, then I'll feel I've achieved something. And it's been my pleasure to accompany Michelle on various engagements over the year. Notable examples being the Rottenstall Christmas Lights Switch On, the Holocaust Memorial Day ceremony, and the Civic Tour of Blackburn. It's given me a taste of the role of Mayor, which will stand me in good stead for the next year. And I'd like to thank Michelle for being so welcoming and inclusive. And I can't get away without mentioning Michelle's consort, Jackie Oakes, who has been so supportive of Michelle throughout the year. Thank you, Jackie. I wish Michelle and Jackie all the best, and I hope that they both enjoy a well-earned rest as they hand over the reins. Although I'm sure that I will be calling upon both of them for help when my consort is unavailable, and I look forward to sharing events with them. And I just want to mention what a delight it was last night to attend the Whitworth Mermaking and to welcome Louise Burton as the new Mayor of Whitworth, whilst also celebrating the work and commitment of the outgoing Mayor, Janet Whitehead. And I'm delighted to see Louise here this evening with her brother, Liam. And it's doubly appreciated because today is Louise's wedding anniversary. So I hope no one minds if Louise leaves quite early. She's got other things to do, but thank you very much for coming. It's great to see you. And I look forward to seeing you over the municipal year. And my consort for the next year, Councillor Neil, will be my partner, Steve Duxbury. And I'm really pleased that he has agreed to accompany me. We're both looking forward to the coming year and to our new roles. And we're both very proud to be representing the place that we've called home for the last 30 years. Although we do realise that in Rosendale terms, that makes us mere incomers. Yes. Now, an important role of the Mayor is supporting local charities. And I've chosen 3 charities that are very important to me. Rosendale Hospice, the M3 Project, and Rosendale and Pendle Mountain Rescue. Rosendale Hospice does amazing work supporting those with life-limiting illnesses, and most of what they do relies upon fundraising and the generosity of the public. The M3 Project does vital work helping homeless young people, giving them independence and a helping hand as they embark upon adult life, often with very little other support. And Rosendale and Pendle Mountain Rescue are a very familiar sight to Steve and I. Steve, as a stalwart of Rosendale Harriers and as a cross-country organiser, calls upon them often to assist with the health and safety requirements of organised races, and they're always professional, friendly, helpful, and most importantly, they know what to do in a crisis. And it's my pleasure to raise both funds and awareness of these three fantastic charities, and also to welcome their representatives to this meeting. I hope they enjoy the evening, and I look forward to working with them over the year. And in keeping with the mayoral tradition, I will hold fundraising events throughout the year for my three charities. I'm very grateful to Caitlin Chippendale for agreeing to continue with the mayor's fundraising team. She and her team have done a fantastic job for previous mayors, and I look forward to planning my next fundraiser with her and with anyone else who wants to help. And you're all very welcome. Speaking of fundraisers, I am running the Manchester 10K on Sunday, May the 31st, to raise funds for one of my charities, Rosendale Hospice. And they do say that these mayoral robes get rather more snug fitting as the mayoral year goes on. So in an effort to hold this at bay, I am also committing to running 2 more 10Ks during the next year to raise funds for the M3 project and Rosendale and Pendle Mountain Rescue. And I won't be wearing these chains unless Darren or Phil wish to jog alongside me, but I will leave that up to them. Now, next year, 2027, is a very important year for Rosendale, as it is the 75th anniversary of our town twinning with Bocholt in Germany. The Friends of Bocholt are planning some special events for next year, and I'm looking forward to supporting them as we celebrate 75 years of friendship and cooperation with our European neighbours. I was very lucky to be able to visit Bocholt last year alongside Councillor Judith Driver and her husband Ian during her mayoral year. Our friends in Bocholt couldn't have been more welcoming, and it was lovely to get together and celebrate our long history and partnership. And I should mention we're accompanied by Councillor Nick Harris as well. And I think the 4 of us had a time that we'll never forget. And it's great to see other links being formed with Bocholt too. A couple of years ago, a team from Rosendale Harriers, including Steve, went out to compete in the Bocholt City Lauf, an annual race through the streets of Bocholt. When Judith and I went to visit, our friends in Bocholt were very impressed with how well the Harriers have done. In fact, they never stopped talking about how they'd taken most of the top places in the race. In a return visit, a team from Bocholt came over to us last year to compete in the Edenfield Fell race, and I think they found our Rosendale Hills rather more of a challenge than the streets of Bocholt. So once again, I want to thank everyone for attending tonight, and I hope you enjoy the evening. Let me end by saying that I look forward to spending time in the coming year with all the fantastic community and voluntary groups that are the glue that holds us all together. Rosendale is a very special place, and I am very honoured to be chosen to be its ambassador for the next year. Thank you. I'll get used to these robes. Okay, item A2 on the agenda is the appointment of Deputy Mayor for the municipal year 2026 to 2027. Could I invite Councillor Proctor to move that Councillor Samara Barnes be appointed to the position of Deputy Mayor for external engagements only for 2026-27?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and may I congratulate you on your appointment this evening, and I'm sure you'll have a splendid year. So, Madam Mayor, honorary guests, councillors, council officers, family and friends, members of the public, I'm very pleased to be able to nominate Councillor Samara Barnes for the position of Deputy Mayor for the municipal year of 2026 to 2027. So perhaps I thought I would start with a short introduction to Samara for those who perhaps don't know her as well. She's mum to Neve and Indy, wife to Mark, plays a huge role in her extended family and has lived in Rosendale for over 20 years, so another incomer as well, but that's okay, we can live with that. And she has a job with the children's charity. Even before Samara became a councillor, she was involved in many local schemes, even when she was on maternity leave. I'm sure people will remember the Red Box scheme, where essential supplies and from donations were collected from local businesses and local people for young females in school, ensuring that they did not miss out on their education, which would have had a detrimental impact on their futures. The campaign led to a change in government policy, and supplies are now provided as part of everyday school life. And I know Samara prides herself with that, is very impressed with that one and pleased with it. She is a hard-working councillor with 5 years service at Rosendale Borough Council, serving as ward councillor in Hareholme from 21 to 24, then in Helmshire 24 to 28. Appointments with Rosendale Borough Council include member champion for younger people 21 to 26, licensing committee 22 to 23, overview and scrutiny committee 23 to 26. Can you remember all these? And she's also served on other committees. Samara is also now serving a second term as Rosendale West County Councillor at Lancashire, which has taken up a variety of roles very effectively. Also, you will see her at school gates, see her out litter picking, at the local farmers market, you'll see her out with her friends locally, and she's without doubt part of the fabric of this local community. From leading local campaigns that have seen speed calming measures introduced to national campaigns that have seen, sorry, there's not many more paper. All right, there is. Seen a change in government policy. She's relentless, she has determinations, and she always wants to get the best results for those that she represents. She is a co-founder of Safer Rosendale, a Rosendale-wide community safety scheme providing safe venues for those in need, including in particular at this time of year when we're having the Football World Cup. Things I think is occurring soon, and somewhere safe for people to go should they need it. She's also a runner, Madam May. She's often seen out and about in the local area, reporting potholes, fly tipping and anything untoward as she goes along. She just never stops. So maybe next year, Madam Mayor, we might see the Mayor and the Deputy Mayor taking part in a marathon, half marathon, 10K runs at a later date. Maybe the fundraising committee might want to make a note of that, to bear it in mind. Not that I'm signing you up for anything, but, So I could go on and list lots of other achievements that have had a positive impact on young people's lives in Rosendale and also the wider community. But I think I need to leave something for next year. I think what I really want to say, Madam Mayor, is that you will need a wing person who's prepared to work hard, be supportive, be prepared to commit and step up when needed at short notice. And that's what you will get from Samara. So there is a saying, if you want something doing, just ask a busy person. And I think that's exactly what we've done. Do's not words is Samara's mantra. And I think she'll put this into operation throughout the coming year with even more gusto. With that, Madam Mayor, I'm very pleased and proud to nominate Councillor Samara Barnes for Deputy Mayor 26-27. And I'm sure fellow councillors will have no difficulty in supporting the nomination. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Proctor. Can I invite Councillor Anne Hodgkiss to second the proposal, please?
Can't follow that. So I'll make it short and sweet. So congratulations, Madam Mayor. Madam Mayor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. When I was asked to second Samara as Deputy Mayor on behalf of our group, I didn't hesitate, and it's with great pleasure that I'm able to do so. Many of us have seen how hard she works in the community as both a local councillor and a county councillor. Marilyn's alluded to a lot of that stuff there, and the positive engagement she has with residents. Elected in 2021, she's already chaired 2 committees and served on many others, and as well as being a champion for young people, she's undertaken many community projects. Samara was elected local councillor to the Helmshire ward in 2024, and since then, I think I can safely say we've become very good coffee buddies and we work very well together. I'm absolutely certain that she will represent the role of Deputy Mayor well, and I would like to offer my best wishes to her. I know this will be a great year ahead for you and Madam Mayor, and it will be good preparation for potentially becoming the last Mayor of Rossendale. Rossendale will go out with a bang. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hodgkiss. Can I now ask members to vote? Those in favour? Those against? And any abstentions? And that's carried unanimously. Congratulations, Samara. Item A3 on the agenda is presentation and vote of thanks to the retiring Mayor and Mayoress. Could I invite Councillor Andrew Walmsley to move the vote of thanks?
May I also have my congratulations, Madam Mayor, and note how comfortable you seem already in the seat. Madam Mayor, councillors, distinguished guests, friends, it is my pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to our retiring Mayor, Councillor Michelle Smith, and Mayoress Jackie Oakes. Many of us here will know Michelle well. We know she doesn't do anything without thinking it through. When she took on the mayoralty, she didn't just step into the role, she practically launched herself into it at speed. And quite frankly, as we have seen, she has kept that pace up all year. We're joined tonight by many former mayors of Rossendale. They know exactly what Michelle has taken on this last year. The long days, the packed diary, the back-to-back Christmas events, and of course, the joy of chairing council meetings. I'm sure we agree that Michelle has handled council meetings with calmness, fairness, good humour, and occasional deep breaths. She has ensured that council debate has been constructive, that all voices have been heard, and the business of the council has been conducted professionally, which I think is no small achievement. One of the standout parts of Michelle's mayoral year has been her working in raising funds for charities. And at this point, I should also acknowledge Mayoress Jackie Oakes, whose support throughout the year I know Michelle has appreciated. They have supported causes across the valley with energy and enthusiasm. And as many of us will know, if you've been anywhere near them at fundraising events, you know that it's almost impossible to escape without contributing something. And the charities supported this year are all clearly the better for it. Michelle and Jackie, your year as Mayor and Mayoress have been full, busy and meaningful. Both of you have represented Rossendale with warmth, humour and dedication. You've supported our community, championed local causes and brought people together. I hope you remain proud of the way you've represented Rossendale and proud of the difference that you have made. Your mayoral year may be coming to an end, but the impact you have had on individuals, organisations and the community as a whole will last far beyond that mayoral year. So on behalf of the council and the people of Rossendale, thank you for everything that you have done this year. It has been our pleasure too, to see how much you have enjoyed it. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Walmsley. Can I invite Councillor Scott Smith to second the vote of thanks?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your election. Members, officers, distinguished guests, I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to second the vote of thanks to Michelle on behalf of the opposition. My first encounter with Michelle was in 2022, when we were opponents in the election to Irwell ward. So Michelle beat me by just 6 votes. So this speech is proof that time really does heal. More seriously though, while I speak on behalf of the Conservatives in this chamber, I know I speak for all of us here when I say how much I've admired the way Michelle has represented all of us and our borough throughout this year as Mayor, ably assisted by Jackie, who knows exactly what it's like to be Mayor. I know that the charities for which Michelle's raised so much this year will be extremely grateful for her efforts, And while I can't promise to give her an easy ride as she returns to Cabinet, all of us in the opposition hope she enjoys a very well-earned rest.
Thank you, Councillor Smith. Please can I ask Councillor Michelle Smith and Jackie Oakes to come forward for the presentation. Just making sure these are yours. Thank you, Jackie. Enjoy the rest.
Madam Mayor, I must stop answering to that now. I am no longer Madam Mayor. Fellow councillors, officers, honoured guests, friends. It is both, sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. I didn't think I would. It is both a privilege and emotional moment for me to stand before you this evening as I come to the end of my term as Mayor of Rosendale. Serving as Mayor has been one of the greatest honours of my life. Over the past year, I have had the opportunity to represent our borough at countless events, meet extraordinary people, and witness firsthand the strength, resilience, and kindness that define our communities. Rosendale is truly a special place. From our vibrant town centres to our close-knit neighbourhoods, from our resolute volunteers to our hard-working local businesses, I have been continually inspired by the spirit of our borough. Whether attending community celebrations, supporting local charities, or marking important milestones with residents, I have seen the very best of Rosendale at every turn. Often as a councillor, we can get drawn into the negativity around politics, especially on social media. But this year has shown me that there are far more positive people in our valley, working hard to support one another and making our borough a better place to live and work. This is what we should remember and why we do what we do. I would like to take a moment to express my sincere thanks to those who have supported me throughout my mayoral year. Firstly, to my fellow councillors across all parties, thank you for your commitment to public service and for the work you do for our residents. While we may not always agree, we share a common purpose to make Rosendale a better place for all. To the officers of the council, thank you for your professionalism, dedication and support. Your work behind the scenes ensures that our borough continues to function and thrive, and it has been a pleasure to work with you. To the charities and community groups I have had the privilege of supporting this year, thank you for the incredible work you do every day. You are the backbone of our communities, often working quietly, but making a profound difference to many lives. And on a more personal note, I would like to thank the members of my fundraising committee who have supported me and helped me raise £7,750 for the Mayor's charities, Bake Up Pride, Carers Link and Kids in Rosendale. This money will make a difference to so many lives. I would like to offer special thanks to Jackie, my Mayoress, for your support throughout the year. I hope you have enjoyed your time as much as I have. I know we've had a good laugh, haven't we? To Stephanie, Phil and Darren, your support, guidance and friendship throughout this year have meant a great deal to me. Whether behind the scenes or at events, your help has made a real difference, and I am truly grateful for everything you have done. I would like to present a small token of my appreciation to Jackie, Steph, Phil and Darren, please, if you would come forward. I can't remember which way around this. I think this one's got that. Yeah, I think that one's yours. Thank you very much. They really have been amazing, actually. I couldn't have done it without any of them. I'll finish off now. As I reflect on my time as mayor, I will take away not only the memories of the events and engagements, but the people I've met and the stories I've heard. These moments will stay with me long after the chain of office has passed. I've lived in Bacup for over 25 years. I know I'm still an incomer. And I thought I knew about this valley. But I've learnt so much this year about our borough and the groups working within it. Whatever your problem or issue, there is probably a group who can help and support you. Other things I've learnt this year, I thought I knew the story of the Nativity, but Jackie and I saw at least 12 different interpretations. Some of them were very quirky ones indeed. And even though I haven't been to church for donkey's years, I still remember the hymns I sang as a child, which is quite surprising to me. Even though some of the tunes have changed, the words still say the same. And the main thing I'll take away from this is, who knew being nice all the time could be so exhausting? I have every confidence that the incoming mayor will continue to serve Rosendale with pride, integrity and dedication, and I offer her my very best wishes for the future year ahead. Finally, I want to say this. Serving as mayor has not just been an honour, it has been a privilege that has touched me deeply. The kindness I've been shown, the people I have met, and the communities I've had the chance to stand beside have left a lasting mark on me. Rosendale is not just where we live, it is a community we care for, stand up for, and believe in. And although my time as mayor is coming to an end, my commitment to the borough and its people will continue with the same pride and passion. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me this honour of being your mayor. I've had a ball, quite literally had a ball actually in March. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. You've been an inspiration to all of us and particularly to me. Thank you. I would now like to deal with the business matters on the agenda, and item B1 is apologies for absence. Apologies have been submitted on behalf of Councillors Harrison, Lithgow, McMahon and Woods. Is anyone aware of any other apologies for absence? Councillor Ritson. Okay. Thank you. Item B2 is minutes of the meeting held on the 6th of May 2026. Could someone move the minutes?
I'll move those minutes, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Barnes. Is that seconded?
Seconded, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Harris. Could I ask members to vote? Those in favour? Anyone against? Any abstentions? Thank you. Thank
Judith as well.
Yeah. Okay, that is carried. Item B3 is urgent items of business, and I can report that there are no urgent items. Item B4 is declarations of interest. Are there any declarations? No. Thank you. Item B5 is communications from the Mayor, Leader and Head of Paid Service. I have no communications to report. Could I ask if there are any communications on behalf of the Chief Executive?
There isn't.
Right, thank you. Could I ask the Leader of the Council if there are any communications to report?
I have no communications, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Item B6 is the political balance, committees and outside bodies. Could I ask someone to move the recommendation?
I'll move that recommendation, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Is that seconded?
I'll second that, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Do any members wish to comment? No? Okay. Thank you. Could I ask members to vote? Those in favour? Anyone against? And any abstentions? Thank you. That is carried. Item C is special meeting items, and C1 is honorary aldermen. I am proud to be presiding over a special meeting where we are conferring the title of Honorary Alderman on individuals who have, in the opinion of the Council, rendered eminent services to the Council as past members. Could I invite Councillor Scott Smith to propose the nomination of Granville Morris as Honorary Alderman?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Before doing my research for this evening and having known Granville essentially as Mr. Haslingden in all the time I've known him, I hadn't realised that his roots actually lie over the Pennines. Having moved to the Valley from Huddersfield in the early 1980s to take up a job as Deputy Manager of ASDA in Rawtenstall. And after a lengthy spell managing the non-food department, Granville decided that he rather liked working with food, which led him to open his own greengrocers on Upper Deerding Gate, which he ran for more than 20 years. Now, most of us in here know that Granville likes to talk to anyone about anything. And so it was that his shop inevitably became a forum for almost ritualistic Friday morning political debate. And it was during one of those sessions that Granville was talent spotted by the Conservatives and asked to stand for election. He was duly elected in 2006, serving until his retirement in 2024. During those 18 years, Granville served on the following committees: licensing, overview and scrutiny, development control, audit and accounts, the governance working group, the Rossendale Together Barnfield Board, and the Board of Rossendale Leisure Trust. He tells us he enjoyed them all, and if you believe that, you believe anything. Granville won't mind me saying that his penchant for a lengthy discussion extended to the council chamber. His points, though, were always made with deep consideration, sometimes playing the role of devil's advocate, and always with the interests of his residents and those of the wider valley at heart. His proudest achievements over his long service include the reforming of Friends of Victoria Park and the improvements he secured there. And of course, during his time as mayor for the municipal year 2016-17, advocating for a more accommodating reception area here at Futures Park, welcoming residents in to celebrate Rossendale's heritage. I'm sure it goes without saying that Granville maintains a keen interest in what's going on in the valley and is known to approach current councillors with purpose to ask them what they're doing about various issues. Madam Mayor, for Granville's passionate belief that our valley can always be better, and his commitment through service to this council and to his community to making that a reality, it's an honour and a privilege to propose that the status of Honorary Alderman be awarded to Granville Morris.
Thank you, Councillor Smith. Can I now invite Councillor Marilyn Proctor to second the nomination?
Oops. Thank you. Oh, wrong one. I'm on. We're on. Like to be on. I hope everybody can hear me. Madam Mayor, council members, council officers, honorary guests and family and friends. I'm very pleased to be seconding the motion to confer the title of Honorary Alderman of Borough of Rossendale on Granville Morris. And thank you to Councillor Scott for doing most of my speech that I've also got written down here. But I'm going to persevere, so I'm really sorry, everybody, but I'm going to do it. You've already heard about Granville's service to the council and the residents of Rossendale. So I'm sure you'll agree it is outstanding. And yes, he is known as Mr. Haslingden, and people do miss him being about as much on the streets as he used to be. I'm sure Granville will have some memories to share with you about notable moments in his career of 18 years as a councillor for Greenfield Ward, and his contribution later on in the evening. Looking at the list of achievements, I can see we served on some of the committees at the same time and obviously worked together while I was mayor and Granville was deputy. So, of course, we all know Granville as a regular attender of committees, usually with a long, did I mention long? List of questions or queries that required detailed responses, and he never walked away without one. And if he wasn't satisfied with the answers he got, he would visit offices later to check up on them and make sure that he got all the information that he wanted. There was no escape. He could make committee meetings a little bit longer than usual, but he was, quite rightly, doing his job to look out for the residents of Rosendale and also the officers, and was always fair and polite with his reasoning and questioning. We also know now that he was an interloper, another one tonight. What's going on? Into the valley, coming from Yorkshire, from Huddersfield, which is very proud, and obviously mentioned whenever the opportunity arose during committee meetings or any other times that you were talking to him. And he brought with him a wealth of knowledge from his career in a well-known national store that has 4 letters in its name, and you can choose which one. I counted up, actually, there's more than you think. And he also ran his own greengrocers business in Haslingden, which he ran for some years, supported by his lovely wife, Susan, and family. I do have a long list now of all the different appointments that he did, the committees he were on, where he was on Rosendale Leisure Trust, the OTB Board, East Lancashire Partnership, went to the Royal Garden Party. Sure, there were some people there that you could talk to Granville and tell them about Huddersfield and Rosendale. Outside of his council work, he was also school governor, a member of Haslingden Community Partnership and Haslingden Strategic Board, as well as the Haslingden Town Centre trader. I have to say, Granville is passionate about Haslingden and what happens there, and it's very important to him that the residents there are well looked after, as it is with all of us. I think Granville has proved that coming into the valley from Yorkshire, joining the council, working with local groups and generally being part of our local community was a good move on his part, and that Rosendale was the winner. So tough luck, Yorkshire. We got the best. It's very worthy of this nomination, and I'm very happy to support the nomination that Granville Morris be appointed Honorary Alderman, the Borough of Rosendale. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Proctor. Can I now ask members to vote on the nomination? All those in favour? Any against? And any abstentions? That is carried. Could I invite Granville Morris to come forward to sign the declaration?
Good evening, Madam Mayor. Congratulations on your appointment. Honoured guests and dignitaries. And can I pass on my thanks to the present members for nominating me today for this position. My wife can't be here today, regrettably. So she would have been pleased for this. I apologise. But it's just not present members I want to thank, but it's past members who I've worked with. It's been a pleasure. Challenging. We all like to work on our behalf of our public, who we represent. I'm accepting this honour today as a way of thanking them for electing me to serve them. I'm privileged to have done that. Alison, I wouldn't have given up, but for my health reasons, you might have had to contend with me a bit longer. Sorry about that. But for health reasons, I had to give up. It was an experience moving to the valley. Everyone's commented on our valley. My children were in the teen years when they came here, and they've grown up in the valley. I've always commented in the shop we had, but generally around the valley to tell people to stand still at some point in the valley and do a 360-degree turnaround in the valley, wherever you are, because you've got beautiful hillsides, you've got the scenic views you've got is a match for Yorkshire. But generally speaking, it was an experience to move here, which I don't regret for 1 minute. And as I say, yes, there is a side of me still misses listening to tonight's meeting. We all have to challenge ourselves to try and benefit our residents from time to time, and that's what you're here for, is to help them through the thick and thin of what life is giving them. And I know you endeavour to do that, and as I know that all past members did. Officers obviously assisted us, and I would like to thank them for the help that they gave me in my term of office that I served. It's a great honour to be here tonight. And as I say, I just wish my wife was with me tonight. Well, thank you.
Thank you. I nearly called you Councillor Morris then. Thank you for a very heartfelt speech, and congratulations again. So we've come to the end of the meeting. So thank you everybody for attending, and please could members of the public and the press who are not staying for the reception leave through the door to my right, and guests who are staying for the reception to please make their way through the doors to my left. And that concludes the business of the council this evening. Can I thank all members for their participation in the meeting, and I would now like to declare the meeting closed.
Councillors, officers, ladies and gentlemen, please stand whilst the Mayor retires.